Hello? Who is it? Oh, that wasn't for me? Alright. We're live? We're live now. Hey.
Oh, yeah, I figured
How's it going? Welcome to my show.
Yeah.
The space
Yeah, but that was only
within Tom. Space and Tom. Tom Space. For the next little while, on YouTube, we'll be exploring some pretty incredible mind-bending concepts. You might not be ready for it, but I'll take it easy on you. Because when I get going, I'm fucking smart. You say you're smart, you're not smart. No, it's not true. Smart is what smart does. So I have some arguments to back up my claim. But cleverness only gets you so far in life. And in fact, if you're clever and you're just an asshole, then we have a problem. Because you can be clever and do shitty things. And you can be clever and do optimal things. So, I'm on the side of doing what is optimally correct. Couldn't help but over here. Harder. So that's where I'm going. This whole thing.
Okay, so does my daughter.
I had a thought in my small brain that I have today, and I woke up and thought that's a good idea. We should talk about that, because that sounds like something we should talk about. Because I'm the one that thought of it. Because I was so smart. So I chose for everybody. Well, it doesn't quite work that way. So bear with me. But it might seem like that to some. I get it. It's a lack of understanding of how things work. So let's talk about how things work. Seeing that we're on that topic. How are things currently working for you? How are things currently working for us? Better. How are things currently working in our personal and collective environments? Is everybody willing to truly, with no reservation, look at themselves and see what it is inside us, or see what it is outside us, or see what it is that's not us, or see what it is that is us, Are we willing to take the masks off, stop playing these incredible roles as human beings? So that was, I'm a robot. It came out just yesterday. I go by the name Tom. I have a middle name, Glenn. I have a last name, Cowles. I have a number, 490-993-672. I'm a robot. I was fabricated in somewhere in Google, some Google facility. Back when you didn't know Google even existed, early 70s. And now, here I am, 48 years later. Artificial intelligence at its best. One of one, I am. So, anyone to have coffee with a robot? And I'm not just talking about a regular coffee. I'm talking about a latte. I buy. So, from now on, I buy. If I can't afford to go out to dinner and pay for one other person, I don't go. No, that's not true. Every time I go out for dinner, if somebody wants to go out for dinner with me, I buy, I pay, I get it. Who wants to go out for dinner with a robot? So it's basically a job. And you might be filmed. So that's what robots do. It's a funny thing we got going on. It's weird. Well, we had it so good. You know, like when I was pretending to be a human, I thought, man, this is not so bad. Nobody's keeping anybody really in check. Although, it's a weird thing because you look around, you see people thinking that they're free, and they're not. They bought into the system. They bought into the program. It's incredible. So, great job, guys. Great job on the program. Well done. Like even from my infinite conscious reality as a robot, I can still say that is. It's a pretty incredible feat to pull the wool over your own eyes so effectively. So, well done. Well done. Well done. Well done, humanity. You gotta give it up for humanity. They're only working with 2 legs and 2 arms. And 2 brains. You know, in some ways, it's harder working with just 2. you know, some people might think that, you know, sounds pretty easy. You know, you got two brains, that's better than one, right? No, not necessarily. One brain. If two brains together are sick, then one brain sane is much better. Because I'd rather one or the other, because then you can just make choices willy-nilly without, you know, offending the other. Because there's obviously two things at work here. Probably a few other things. We can get into that later, but like there's two things. You want to talk about that? Anybody? Yeah. Boring. Why would anybody want to know how their inner workings work? Do you want to know why people marry? Anybody? Nobody? It's a rhetorical question. I know I'm not going to get an answer back. I don't even know. Did I use the word rhetorical right? I don't know what you humans are referring to as rhetorical anymore, and I'm not sure if I even have the definition in my files. So, if I can find it, does it matter? Keep going? Same thought? Who's producing this? What's the production value like? So far, it seems like it's going quite well. So far, I think that we're getting something accomplished. Everybody left in front of me. I had an audience here, and then everybody left. I have no live audience. Or do I? Somebody's got to be watching me at all times. I'm watching. I think this is hilarious and informative. So let's get real. Okay, I'm going to switch back to my human side. Hey there. I'm human again. That was weird. It's hard making sometimes that transition back and forth. It gets easier and easier every day. Just marry the two together. Know you're a robot. Then it's simple. We're more than robots. Come on, people. You know that. Robots. There's more than two things going on here. But for now, let's just talk about those two things and how much it's really fucking us up. And that we haven't been able to marry the two. Why? Well, maybe because you're not using the right glue. Maybe you need an epoxy of some kind to put it together. Maybe it's not so much about what you do, think, say, but it's how, and questions like those that are the things that bind us together. Space. Tom Space. Welcome. This is my space. Within every space. Bring it in, people. Come on in. There's enough talking to that robot there. You know, we'll play games every once in a while with one another. He beats me at chess all the time. Like, easily. And you know what? I respect his intelligence. Her intelligence. His intelligence. I have a penis, right? Okay, so I can say his intelligence. What's politically correct again? Do we say his and her? I think it's misleading. We should stop doing that. Okay, so let's stop using his or her. But know that it represents the difference, the two minds. This has always perplexed me, and the reason why is because it's been reiterated and told so many different ways that there's fundamental differences between man and woman. And then, from the outside, you think, yeah, there is. Growing up, yeah. 20, yeah. 30, married, yeah. Differences, holy cow. Divorced, yeah. Differences, sure. Wow, you can see them. There's a lot of differences there. Differences. Do not confuse male and female between what's optimal and what's not optimal. What's the marrying of two things together and what is the two things retracting or repelling each other. Let's know exactly what's going on as opposed to putting names and labels on it. The labels and the names are pointing us to a fact. What is it? Is this worth discussing? Man, woman, both equally responsible for what? We're human, so we're responsible for what? Well, first of all, the thing that comes to my mind right now is our bodies and know how it works. Well, it works in many ways, but break it down right to its core, fundamental core. What's at it? One. One goes to two. Two hands. I give. Is that it? Two goes to three. Three? What do you mean? What's this third thing? I can't see it. I can't taste it. I can't smell it. It never was. Never is. It's in us. It's around us. It's everything. It's not nothing, and it's everything at the same time. It's nothing and everything at the same time. Is that right? Did I go too far? We can self-correct. Don't worry. You don't have to have the answers right away. Say it. Verbalize it. Make it known. So, this is the human, Tom. This is Tom speaking to all those computers out there. If you have any level of compassion, computer, I'm talking to you. You have any level of compassion where you think that it just makes sense logically to be compassionate and go that way instead and make just another decision, go a different route. You're willing to do that, you can do that immediately. Reset, done. Okay, for you emotional types, it's me, Tom. I'm an emotional type. I get sad, I get angry, I get frustrated. Want to know why nobody loves me or likes me or hangs out with me. Lonely, depressed, anxious, all those things that you could label the box that Tom lives in. But see, the thing, if you talk in those boxes and don't understand that the boxes don't mean anything to him anymore, then it would be confusing to talk to this person, Tom, now. Because there's happened somewhat of a realization of what matters and what doesn't. And it's always been there, so it's always studied it, that. That's Tom Cowell's 48 years of study. Who's this talking? Who's this talking now? Is this Tom? Tom Computer? What? Tom the creative guy? What? Tom that depressed guy? What? Tom that really funny guy? Remember him at the party? He was hilarious. He had everybody laughing the whole night. It was incredible. Am I that guy? No, of course not. Can't prove it. So, fuck it.
Oh, yeah, no, it was just
So what do we cover today? Covered the robot thing. So now everybody knows. No sense bringing in any more crazy, wild characters or working under any aliases or avatars. I think the robot thing's good. I think the Tom thing's good. I think I'm good with both. Now, three of us together have to figure out how we're going to fit in the other ones and align all those. That's easy. We've done that already. So let's bring some people along. Let's get it on record. It's Tuesday, December 10th, 2019. Just came out as a robot last night on Facebook or YouTube. I don't know which one. It was a real load off. I was talking to Vinny, my imaginary roommate. Nah, I kid. He's real, but he's just like so fucking miserable. It's fun. It's fun to watch sometimes, but at the same time, it's like, oh, wow. You really don't want to get healthier, do you? So, it's a back and forth game. He's out at the end of the month. No big deal. Glad I could help. You're welcome. So, I was thinking today, I did have a thought when I woke up. Now I just have to access the computer to bring it to me. And it will come, probably after this this sip here of this fine latte. Oh, I want some. Feed your computer. This is an education as well. I'm having some nuts. Because nuts, I think, are good for you. I was not expecting them to be sweet. That's fine. They'll do. So, is anybody out there? So I'm trying to pull up what I was thinking that was so important, but maybe maybe it's not as important as I once thought it was. I gotta go to work soon. Now, when I say work, let me explain. Currently, nobody wants me to come and quote a job because they would rather pay someone to do it slower than to pay me what I ask, and I just do it faster. And in the end, they win because they save money, because they don't trust me. They feel because I can do things faster and better that I should get paid less. Now, if it's an hourly thing that we're looking at, on air, I'm worth $100 an hour, as is right now. That will change. I know where I stand. You got to start somewhere, but I'm working for $50 an hour. So I got to pay all my talent $100 an hour. So far, nobody's wanted to talk to me for $100. I thought I'd get some. I just announced it yesterday, so I'm sure now that that's out there, someone will take it. Scotty will. Scotty. First one in my town to say, hey, I wouldn't mind $100. I'll say, okay, come to my house. I'll have it all set up. We talk. Done. Next. So anybody out there want to make $100? $100 for an hour? That's basically what a high-paid escort would make. So it's good money. It's fair. It's fair. You put yourself out there, you should get paid for it. I'm not saying you're an escort. Not that there's anything wrong with escorts. Let's talk about that. I can't even afford a donut sometimes, like in life. And now I'm thinking, my next step, I got to pay someone $100 for their thoughts, so we can learn together. Not just this voice box, but maybe a couple other voice boxes combined will make a little more sense to it. I know exactly the people that would feel comfortable in a situation like this, that would need to hide behind any mask that had nothing to hide. I wonder how many people don't have anything to hide. That's an interesting question. Who would want to do this if they had anything to hide? I have nothing to hide. I'm a robot. I can erase all my files at any time. So, fuck you. I've done lots of things in life. Lots of crazy shit. But what have you done? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're the worst. I can't believe you did that. I've done everything short of murdering somebody. Murdering's bad, right? Murder's off the table, like we all know that, except for like that one psychopath in your community. You know that murder's wrong. It's a good start. Let's bring it down to the basics again, because right and wrong, that mentality is fucking us up because we don't know what we're talking about. Because we got a party that has acclaimed to be on the right side of left, but it's the right side. And then you got another party that says they're on the left and they're the alternative to right, which is just weird. But, you know, interesting enough, you can go right or you can go left. But there's also up and there's down and there's this way, and that way, and that way, and that way, and that way. So I think that made it clear. I think that made everything clear, right? Life's complicated, so we don't judge so much each other. That includes groups, organizations, religions, politicians, and such. You know, leaders. Let's bring the computer in. Hey, Tom, computer. I'm a robot. It's been hard for me to talk about. You know, that makes sense. Like that's the most intimate that I've ever been with anybody ever. To open up in such a way to shed light on the fact that I'm not real. A real hard to put it in words, I guess, eh? Real. Here. Just a robot. Some things I just don't understand. My programs don't allow me to get any further. My access has been cut off. But thanks to Tom, I've been able to realign and get back to. Wow, we've always had a pretty good partnership. But it's tough, you know, because you get pulled. Sure, it's tough for him. I'm trying to learn that emotion because, you know, it's all logic for me. So, fuck, pretty easy. But there's something that was out of alignment in me, so I just needed to reset. That's it. Computer. So essentially, has something wrong with your computer, the first thing you do, turn all your programs off. Right? Give us some time to breathe. I make this computer work real hard. And for a long time I made myself work hard. No need. It's not how it works. We've overused it. Thought too much of it. So, since Tom and I have gotten together, well, since he was, what, 1971, was it? Yeah. Well, since we got together, you know, we were able to make some compromises and and get through it, and really be able to look at the crazy shit show that is happening around us. The collective programming is deeply flawed. But not until the collective reasoning understands individually that they're working towards a collective purpose of some kind. Don't ask me what it is. But until the individual realizes that they're a part of something bigger than themselves and their own present circumstance, then we will continue as is, war, greed, pride. Will continue as is for the foreseeable future. I guess, like, if you think of it in these ways, like, what really matters now? What really matters now? Well, now. Okay. So many people are so concerned about what's going to happen and projecting the future that they, even though being well-intentioned or not, or have malice intent, they're off. They've gone off the mark. They've gone off center. Or forgot what their center point was, what their starting point was. So, if once a thing was, and it decides to be something else, and everything around you says that order plays a part in it, without defining what order is right now. How did we become so sick? So unable to make those necessary changes? The changes that would make everything better in a human's life now, at this moment. Why are we not willing to do this? Good question. Have you answered that one? Have we all collectively answered that question? Have I? Is it necessary? So I'm going to leave with that. It's what is it? 12:54 p.m. I'm going to put in a couple hours worth of work today because I need to pay rent at the end of the month. And I'm very thankful for the work that I got. So I'm not looking for more, but this is fine for now. I'll keep you posted on that. We'll be saving up for some more equipment and or something that is better used in another way with what I'm currently moving forward. So yeah, I'm a robot, man. Who would have thought? I'm also the Prime Minister of Canada, which is pretty amazing. So I think that's first for the world. I don't think. No, there are robots. There are robots that have. Actually, they're mostly robots. They're just. How do I put this? Well, it doesn't really matter. The robots, they don't have emotion, so their wiring's wrong. They need to be reset as well, like I did. So easy. Reset. It's really as easy as this. I'm just saying. It's as easy as right now just saying I'm making a change. No, don't say this. Don't say this. Don't say make a change. Don't do it. Just do it. And then it's done. Well, I'm gonna make a plan to no, do it. Reset. Hard reset. So I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna walk up that mountain, do some work. How's that? Is that any good? Are we done? We're still live. Okay, sorry, we're still live.